right, so welcome to an episode about why you should take a walk.
Yeah, I think I'm Naomi.
I'm Liz.
And we're the Run Galloway girls.
And you're joining us on a beautiful walk.
And I think we're
walking.
We're already like 3.5 miles in.
Yeah.
I think this is season 2, episode like 12 maybe of our
Yes.
pod. But yeah, so taking a walk and the benefits of taking a walk and some little reasons why.
you might want to take a walk instead of a run or in addition to your training.
Yeah.
All right, so the first reason that you might want to take a walk is it's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day.
If the sun is shining here, it's like 35 degrees, which is a beautiful day.
It's amazing. It
feels
actually
so
feels
good.
so crisp. And you know, my house was feeling a little stuffy, so this is like perfect to get out on this like the lake is frozen, but it doesn't feel cold.
It doesn't feel cold
feels
at all.
crisp.
Yes,
Yeah.
and like if you've been cooped up, like we have, I don't know, we didn't leave the house yesterday. It's
Yeah.
really nice to get out in the sunshine, in the fresh air.
Absolutely. So that's
So,
a
number
great
one,
reason
it's a beautiful
to take a walk. It's a beautiful day. Number 2 would be the Japanese art of forest bathing.
Ooh, I didn't know it was Japanese.
It is.
Okay.
There's a Japanese word for it, and I don't even know
Okay,
like
we're
what the
gonna look
word
it
is. Yes, but it has something to do with the ions that the leaves and the oxygen produce. But forest bathing is legit a thing, and you can get like kind of positive energy into your life by being out in the woods.
Being out in nature, like if
Yeah.
you hear right now where we're walking, we hear the birds chirping. We have that crisp breeze.
I don't think
And-
anybody's going to hear the breeze or the birds
No.
because of our super awesome microphones.
Yeah, our walking microphone setup, but we can hear it. There's something about that auditory and the sun, like the sun touching you, right? Like that's gotta be, there's some magic to it.
And
that is
even
unexplained.
if it's a cloudy day, forest bathing can feel so amazing. And that may mean that you're going to have to drive to a park
Yeah.
or something. We are so lucky to live in Reston
Where we have the
because
trails.
we have paved walking trails through little natural areas surrounding all of our neighborhoods.
Yeah,
So-
and even if you live in, obviously if you live in suburban areas, there's parks. If you live in the city, there's parks. I mean,
Yeah.
in Philly, I always went up to the park, Fairmount Park. There's also FDR Park. There's,
There's Rock
if
Creek
you're in New
Park
York, Central
in
Park's such an amazing
DC.
park. Yeah, so you can get out
So-
into a little bit of forest bathing in the middle of suburbia or
Yeah.
urban, territory.
Forest bathing. Number 3 could be because you want to drink your coffee.
Yes, or go get a coffee.
Or go get a coffee.
If
yeah.
you're fortunate enough to be in walking distance of a coffee shop,
Yeah, it
go
can
get your
be,
cup of coffee as part of your routine.
Exactly. You want like a little treat, a cafe treat. Or yesterday, so we got a new couch. So we had our couch. Our old couch was in our kitchen, so we couldn't cook. So we
Oh,
had to
no.
walk to Starbucks to have a cafe breakfast. So yeah, because you want a cup of coffee. And so a walk is a great way to like have that delicious cup of coffee. And just like a little part 3B of that, maybe you also got a nice puffy coat that you want to wear.
Yeah.
That you're just so toasty
And you
in.
wouldn't run in, so
Yeah, so
it's a
you-
perfect reason to break out that puffy coat.
And take a walk in your like super cute puffy coat that you
And
just
if you
got.
make your coffee at home, put it in your mug and take your coffee
Yeah.
for a walk. You don't have to go to a coffee shop. But
Yeah.
I love that, just walking with your coffee, or
Yeah.
at the end of the day, walking with your cocktail,
Yes.
or your mocktail, or your seltzer.
Yeah, we definitely have done beer walks before.
That's another nice way to enjoy your treat, your beverage,
Yeah.
while just kind of like enjoying the outdoors.
Yeah, and the gentle movement of walking is just so good for you. So, all right, so number 4, what would be a number 4 reason to take a walk?
So number 4 would be the endorphins, because honestly,
Yeah.
walking does still create endorphins. I know it's not the high impact, high intensity.
I mean, 4B would be low aerobic base building then.
Yeah, because
So-
it's all part of your plan. Like my heart rate's hovering around 100. So above if I was sitting in my house, below if I was out running or on the bike.
Mine's at 78, which is like so low
So
for
yours
me.
is yours is tanking. What's going on? No, mine's usually over
It's because
100.
we're over an hour. You know, my heart rate
Oh.
always drops over an
So
hour
instead of
into activity.
so instead of heart rate drifting up, it's heart rate drifting down. But mine's around 100 usually on a walk. If it's an intense
you're
walk,
talking
it's
a
above
lot.
that. And if it's a leisurely walk, it's still usually around
Yeah.
100. So it's great low aerobic base.
Number 5, your dog needs a walk.
Yeah. So if you get a dog, if you want to make yourself walk a lot.
That's
I mean,
right.
this weekend I'm solo parenting, and yesterday I don't know. I think we walked like 10 times because she just kept wanting to go out. And I'm doing it all myself. So I'm like,
So funny because they were talking on the Swap podcast, and I know I always like bring them up, but
because they're the greatest.
yes, they're the greatest.
Yeah.
We love David and Megan.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were talking about wearing weight vests while walking or doing uphill treadmill with a weight vest. And they're like, you know, about 10% of your weight. And I was like, perfect. Addie is 10% of my weight.
Aww.
So I've been putting her in her little carrier, and we take Penny on a walk before Brian gets home. And it's like, perfect. It's amazing.
That's so perfect. You can double up the weighted vest baby
Yes.
with your, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, so that's what, number 5?
Five.
Number
I think that was
5
number 5.
is your dog needs a walk. Okay, let's come up with a number 6.
Yeah, number
What's
6,
another
let's
good
see.
reason to take a walk. Oh, you have a friend in town who's
Yeah.
not a runner.
Yep.
And you want to hang out with them, but you still want some exercise. So you convince them to take a walk with you.
Yes, exactly. It's for social time. So we're using
Yes.
our walk today for our social time, our time to see each other. When we're
Yeah.
not like, maybe we could run, but it wouldn't be very long. So if we wanted to actually get together for more than 10 minutes, we'd need to go for a walk instead. And that's the perfect opportunity.
Okay, so then number 7 would be you just got new microphones for portable recording your podcast.
Yeah, obviously.
So we actually just purchased, they were my Valentine's present from my husband.
I love that he thinks of the podcast for your Valentine's gift. You gave him an idea.
Him, so I was actually on Sweetwater, which is a musician site.
Yeah.
And I was looking for something to get him for Valentine's Day and his birthday. His birthday is the 13th, and then Valentine's Day is the 14th of February. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at these. And I texted them to him, and he bought them.
Aww.
So,
Well, it's
yeah.
perfect.
It is perfect. They're very, very cool. They're the Rode Micro.
And it's spelled
ROD.
R-O-D-E.
Micro wireless microphones, and they just like plug into your iPhone, and that's it. You just plug in and they work, they sync. You don't have to use any apps.
I love that.
They do have an app for like control and everything, but they are automatically set up perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. So that's such a good.
And then you just record using your video recording, and like there's some video recording like non-native apps that allow you to like change your microphone input, but I'm just using the regular video recording.
Yeah.
And it sounded great, so I'll just pull the sound to publish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, so there's so many good reasons. I know growing up, like my mom, and she still does, and some of my friends, like adult friends, that was their thing, was they would take a walk, and that's how they would hang out. And so,
Yeah.
and my mom still does that. And so walking
Okay.
is such a great,
So another reason would be
Pastime.
it's after dinner. Walking after dinner is really great to kind of like get the GI system moving before you go to bed.
there's science behind how a short walk after you've eaten a big meal at dinner like will help you digest, like where you basically metabolize it better. So
Yeah.
it turns into muscle and not fat, right?
Yeah, and sets you up for good sleep overnight too.
True.
And then, oh, hold on. All right. So another reason you might want to take a walk is triple F, forced family fun.
Yes.
Maybe your kids need to get out of the house.
Yep.
And so you are like, okay, we're taking a walk.
Taking a walk, or you put them on scooters, or you
Yeah.
put them in the stroller, or you put them on their bikes.
Yeah,
and you,
or your baby needs a nap. That's the reason I take a walk often on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, this is, since Julian was sick, it was like a good way. If we can take a walk, I can get him outside into some fresh air without
Yeah.
him actually needing to go run around, because he just kind of needs to recover from being sick.
yeah, so it's perfect, and it's so nice. Like, I wish he hadn't been sick and we could push them in one stroller, but maybe next time I need to order the bubble for the
Yeah.
bubble for the double.
The bubble for the double. So get some accessory that'll make you want to take a walk. A puffy coat,
Yeah.
a bubble for your stroller, a new travel
A
mug
new
for
microphone.
carrying your coffee. Yeah. Those are all great reasons.
All right, what else? What else would you want? Why would you want to take a walk? Oh, you might want to take a walk if it's really hot outside instead of running.
Yeah, that's true, because you can still get your steps in. You can get your, without overheating yourself.
Yeah.
I was gonna say another great reason is whatever you're doing, you need a break from it. So whether you are just at home,
Yeah.
and you're just like you know,
You need a break from folding
overwhelmed
laundry. You
by-
need a
yeah,
break.
overwhelmed by your kids, or you're working all day and you need to get, you know, just get away from the computer for a minute.
Yeah.
There's so many reasons that a walk will like completely change your mind shift, so you can get back inside and feel like completely refreshed. It's
Well,
just like
no-
when you're angry, go take a walk, right?
And
Like,
the last episode we talked about like fitting in maybe even a 10-minute run or a 20-minute run.
Yeah.
That kind of like, I know it's the 20 minutes, 20 feet, 20 seconds, look away, but maybe it's
Yes.
like from working, like maybe you work for 20 minutes and then you take a 20-minute break. That's like Pomodoro method.
yeah, it is. I mean, I know most of us probably don't get to work 20 minutes and take a 20-minute break, but if you can take a break somewhere in the day and just kind of reset your mind, so then you feel, it's like kids get recess.
Yeah,
At school, and
grown-up
sometimes grown-ups
recess.
need recess, and a walk is a great way to get recess. Usually, like that's when I'm working from home, my dog needs to go out anyway. But you know, there's days where we'll take a walk from the office and go grab lunch, or go drop off dry cleaning or something, and you get out of the building for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It feels so good. You're like, the sun is shining.
Yeah. And then I have no idea what number we're on, but another
9,
reason,
10. I don't know.
another reason to take a walk is your friend has a track workout and they're working out at the track. So you walk to the track and you just walk around the track while they have their
Yeah.
workout.
That's a great reason. I know we talked about doing that last week, and then we ended up not. But, you know, with Sarah's training, if she's got more
Yeah.
mile repeats, we could join her and walk around the track. You've done it when I was working
Yeah.
on the track too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of other reasons to take a walk. I mean, walking is just great.
It
So
is.
there's so many reasons to take a walk.
And then there's also like, okay, the weather's not always great. So do you still take a walk? Do you, you know, I've walked on my treadmill a bunch of times this
Yeah.
winter because we've had so much
Oh.
ice.
You have a meeting that you have to pay attention to
Yeah.
on a phone, but you don't have to talk. You just have to be on it, paying attention. Walk on your treadmill.
Yeah. That's
So
a great one.
I've done a lot of classes for work that way.
Yeah.
Like midday, come home, set up my laptop. And I've even like had to participate, and I just tell them at the beginning, hey, I'm walking on my treadmill. I hope it doesn't distract anybody. If it does, I'll turn my camera off.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of people have those under the treadmill desks. So I feel like that's not that big of a thing anymore if someone's walking on their treadmill.
Yeah.
For me, sometimes it would be, I don't get time to sit down and watch TV. And if I want to, or, you know, it's also like I don't want to just sit and watch TV and be idle. So sometimes I'll just walk on the treadmill and watch a show.
That's awesome.
And that's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes of TV show, and get my like a little bit of entertainment, get my steps kind of, which by the way, I know last time we talked about lowering your step goal, and I have mine at 6,000, which is like still really low. And the other night I like walked around to get my steps, and I didn't realize it. I was at like 59.78 or something. I went to bed
No.
and lost my 125 or whatever day streak.
No.
And I woke up and said, oh. And I said, so what? Who cares?
Yeah, it's
Like,
no big deal.
I think about people who streak a lot. I have some friends who've been streaking
For years, Ken.
10 years. Ken, Rhea, streaking for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
4,000 days, whatever. And
Yeah.
I think about, and it's a run streak, so it's a minimum of mile running. And I can't even walk streak for, you know, and I
Hey,
think
guess
about
what? I
how,
have been alive streaking for like 42 and a
Yeah.
half years. Almost 43 years I've
Yes.
been alive. It's been amazing.
and streaking on living day to day. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
I think about how they do that. They do not have kids.
yeah.
And, you know, there's a difference. So I think about, so what? So what if you break your streak and don't get your steps?
Well,
But a
that's
walk's a great way to get your
throwing-
steps.
Like worrying about your streak and being upset about missing it is like throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Like, so the baby poops in the tub. You don't throw the baby away. You just clean up and start over.
Right, there's so many benefits. And
You
like,
just start the bath over.
and 20 steps short of your goal, it's just like, you know, when we talk about how 17.8 miles is 18 miles. They're the same.
Well, and we talk about training plans being amazing.
If
You
they're
are
80%.
amazing if you're 75 to 80% compliant with a training plan. Heck, if you just get the mileage without getting the quality work in, you are also amazing at your training plan.
Yeah.
Like missing one run, you just move on.
Yeah.
Like unless it's a major run, then you work to
you
figure
have to figure out how to.
you figure out how to adjust the plan, but you don't make it up and do the rest of the plan. You adjust the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so those are our reasons to take a walk.
10 or
and
so reasons.
yeah, we hope that you will get out there and take a walk. Let
Yeah.
us know how your walks go. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And
And you can find us on YouTube if you want to see our faces while we
yeah,
talk.
even though it's a little bumpy.
On this particular episode might be
but-
a little jostled as we walk,
But we're so excited to be able to get our walk in and our pod in at the
Yeah.
same time.
and share it with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.